Good morning, afternoon, or evening, depending on whatever time zone you're in, ladies and gentlethems. I'm the Watcher, and it's been a few weeks. It's been a hot minute. I had some army stuff, and then I went to go watch the Hololive concert in New York, and I've been in a bit of a Holocure mood recently because the developers have started teasing the next update, so it's put me very much in the mood for it. So we are going to be playing a little bit. Yes, Mizu, I am in fact going to talk about you. That's kind of inevitable. Uh, in fact, let's just rip that band-aid off right now. Mizu was gracious enough to let me stay in the same hotel as him, or in the same hotel room as him. So he and I got to share a bed together. It was so scandalous, I know. Yeah, so I got there on Friday, and Mizu came back to the hotel to meet up with me so he could, give me my key and let me in and stuff. And then he put so much effort into convincing me to, head to NYC with him. Because I didn't originally have a ticket for it. Originally, I was planning to just go for the concert. But then he was sitting there just like, come on, you might as well. And I just kind of gave in. Because, I already really wanted to. I was just trying to be responsible. So we went, we caught Nene's panel, because she was streaming from Japan. That was really adorable. Nene is so cute. Uh, why is my guy not here? There we go. For some reason, I was missing. Also, I just realized that it is. Ignore what you see behind the scenes. Okay, that's interesting. For whatever reason, Holocure does not like when I tab out. And I've been pouring through the settings for like 10 minutes trying to see if I could, you know, keep that from happening. But unfortunately, it's either full screen or the game is like a quarter of my monitor size. I feared. So unfortunately, it's hard for me to set it to like, borderless windowed or something, which I'd prefer. Actually, what do I want to... I think rice. Nope, strawberries, yeah. Let's just go with some strawberries. I'm actually starting to get low on a lot of this stuff right now. Uh, Tyra, since you just started playing, you can take a look at how long I've been playing. You know how much I've put into this. Note, I hate fishing. The fishing sucks. Well, no, sorry. The fishing doesn't suck. I suck at it. Anyway. And unfortunately, you guys aren't going to hear the audio because for whatever reason, Holocure's not showing up in my audio sources for some reason. So, just put on whatever Hololive music you like. Just throw it in the back. Yeah, it's just a QuickTime event. Unfortunately, I'm not great at QuickTime events. I can normally only get up to like 50-ish. It took me a while to get up to the 100, the achievement for getting 100 in a row. That took me like a day or two of grinding hard. What was I on? I believe I was on Suicide. Yeah. But yeah, so we watched Nene's panel. She was very cute, and then we just kind of wandered around the con for another hour or so. And then Mizu was fortunate enough to have tickets for the Seer concert that was going on that evening. I did not get tickets for those. So while he went in and got to experience the concert, I just kind of wandered around the rest of the venue. And then the next day, I got to meet up with another friend of mine from the Danmachi Discord, one who lives up in the New York area. He came into Manhattan, met up with me. We walked around and went to like Kinokuniya and got some manga and stuff, and then the Nintendo store. And then he came with me over to the park meetup that was happening. The park meetup was a lot of fun. Just kind of just getting to hang out with a whole bunch of people. Like, I'm normally not the most. How do I want to put this? I'm not normally the most sociable person, but there was something about that event where I just couldn't help but want to walk around and, like, meet new friends and stuff. I got to meet a few people that I've talked to on Discord a bit, so that was pretty fun. Got to be in a bunch of pictures and stuff. Obviously, I'm not going to share any of them because most of them have my face. All right, so exactly, crowds. Not a big fan, but a crowd of other nerds that are all there for the exact same thing that I am, I like. All right. So right now I'm just kind of working through a lot of the Japanese members, trying to get them up to gachikoi level and go through some of the stages I haven't played with them on. 'Cause most of them I only did the first stage with when I first got them. Most of my time playing has been spent with like mostly Promise and ID, honestly. So I'm kind of just going back through and getting up some of these ones. Oh, I already started, so I guess I already have Rodoshi. Do not remember that. What'd she do again? Defeating targets increases crit by 2% for 4 seconds, up to 20%. Targets the axe related weapons has a 10% chance to heal at 3 HP, right? 15% chance to summon a falling block from above that deals 150 damage. Yeah, the Tetris. Okay, yeah, so she is very much a crit-based character with a little bit of self-healing. Right. I do like Sake on her. I think Sake goes well with her. That one goes with the axe, right? Does the sausage not go with the axe? Okay, no, it's that one that I want. Okay. Which one does the sausage go with? Think of the big sausage one. Oh, the book. Right, that's what it was. Yeah, sure, why not? Uh, but yeah, I got to, yeah, big sausage. You saw Skiddo talking about how the Hollow HQ members couldn't stand up against the big sausage. So I generally like to focus on getting up all my skills ASAP because any other items or weapons I can pick up from boxes or upgrade with anvils, but the actual personal skills, they need to, be leveled up solely from the leveling up screen. Oh no, Feared, I don't like that. Yeah, so while we were at the park meetup, I participated in the penlight chant practice. That was a lot of fun getting to learn about, how to use the penlights and stuff. Some of them were a little interesting. And I'm not gonna lie, they ended it off with Diamond City Lights, which is the, I guess you could say, like the theme song or so for the first generation of Digisan GEN, Lazlight, which one of their members, Pomu, is was one of my biggest Oshis. When she graduated, it really messed me up a bit. It was not a good time. So them playing Diamond City Lights got me right in the feels. I see. Now, Feared, you say some a dude from the Lord of the Rings. Please tell me that's just because you're forgetting where the guy's from and not because you've never seen Lord of the Rings. Ow, that was my first bit of damage I've taken this whole time. Oh no, I'm taking more damage. I'm washed. Oh no, feared. Guess we're gonna have to make you rewatch The Lord of the Rings. Yeah, I think we're just gonna take that one. I love Sue's kit. It's so much fun. Hey, a triple. We love getting the streamer luck triples. Ice wing sausage. Oh yeah, Suicide definitely gets the bouncy ball. Yeah. For those of you who haven't looked into like the specifics yet, there are two items in this game: the bouncy ball and the ironing board or the cutting board. Both of them receive buffs based on the specific character's attributes. Okay? So, like, Suicide buffs the cutting board really well. The bouncy ball doesn't really work for her. Whereas then someone like. Oh. Okay, weird. Someone like Noelle or Crony, the bouncy ball is going to be really good for them, and the cutting board isn't going to really help them much. Yeah, I think we save ult for 3 minutes. Yeah, there we go. We'll just start it now. Now she's got. Yeah, I'm gonna be mostly running her with melee, so I don't need focus shades. Ah, yes, the funny red number time. So let's see, what was I saying? Yeah, so we went to the park meetup. They had a line where you could pick up ponderings, which if you don't know what those are, you don't watch Fuumoko. Fuumoko is kind of popularized in the VTuber community these donuts that a specific store in Akihabara sells that are kind of in this ring. Uh, and they really like them, so they every time they would go to Japan before they moved there. They used to take pictures from a specific seat in the store of their ponderings and the like site across the street. So it's kind of become a bit of a pilgrimage for the ruffians to go visit that specific store and get ponderings. That store though has a branch in Times Square where you can go get ponderings as well. And the event organizers actually went and bought a pack of them uh, to have, to give everyone access to. Ooh. You know what? Yeah, I think Beetle works really well with Suicide, right? I believe. Yeah, I think she works well with Beetle. So I got some, I got myself a pondering. Yeah, of course Beetle works well with her. All of the Tetris blocks proc it. Yeah. Yeah, there we go. Susei's really good at clearing crowds like that. Mm. Yeah. So while I was at the park, though, I came to the realization that I had forgotten about. So the venue for the concert, King's Theater, had put out a list of prohibited items. Okay, and on this list of prohibited items was water bottles, even reusable ones, right? But I had forgotten about that and had my reusable water bottle with me there at the park. So then I had to head back to the hotel to put the water bottle away. Excellent. Idol costume. Exactly what I wanted. So I went back to the hotel, dropped off my water bottle, and I met up with Mizu there, and we took the train together to get to King's Theater. This was at about 4 o'clock ish that I went back to the hotel, and the train took us maybe about 45 or so minutes to get there, and then like 15-minute walk. So it was about 5 p.m. by the time we got to the venue. The line was already out the door, in the parking lot, snaked a couple of times, down the street, cross the road, back up the street, turn the corner around the block, down the street, turn the corner around the block, down the street, turn the corner around the block, down the street, to where it meets up. Like, it goes entirely around the block, so it, like, meets back up with where the line is later, and then circles back around. Okay? So the line is, at the very least, 2 square blocks long plus more. Some of the local residents said that that was the first time that they had ever seen a queue for the King's Theater like that. Like, it's not like it's an unpopular place, it just never really gets sold out. I looked it up, and apparently, so the venue did a renovation back in 2015, okay? And since then, they have had 2 sold out shows in their history since then. One for the Beastie Boys, and this Hololive concert. So no one else since 2015 has had enough draw, or has had as much draw as Hololive. The only one that matched it is the Beastie Boys. Hey, another triple. So I mean, at that point, the Beastie Boys and Hololive are exactly on par with each other, right? Definitely. I don't think I need study glasses. Yeah, no, I think we're just gonna go with idol costume. There we go. So we just kind of sat in the line for an hour waiting to get in. It honestly wasn't that bad. We met up with a couple of other nerds who were hanging out in line with us. It was a pretty good time. And then we got into the actual venue at about 6:15, I'd say. Mind you, the concert was supposed to start at 6, but as I'm sure all of you saw, it got delayed by like an hour. Oh, what did you find, Feared? Let me know what you have discovered. So then we get into the venue, right? And it's an absolutely gorgeous place, okay? I highly recommend. I have no idea what I just clicked on. I accidentally tapped the screen. Oops. Whatever. Oh, excellent. Make sure you ping her for it. Let her know that you thought about it when she mentioned that. Oh, I got spider cooking. Not the best one, but I guess it's not awful. Let's go with BO book here. So my goal right now basically is I want to try and get the Idol Live Super Collab. So I need glow stick and the note. And then the other one I want to go for is BL book and Axe. I forget what that collab name is off the top of my head. Alright, sounds good. Just make sure you let me know when you utilize it. But yeah, the venue was absolutely gorgeous. I would not mind going back there for another show of something another day. Though I'm sure the staff were utterly confused by us. Because, you got a whole bunch of weebs weaving it out to the extreme. Completely shameless. They're going to be a little intrigued, you know? Which, well, the staff. I know a lot of people have issues with how the staff handled the security checkpoints and stuff. But there were also a lot of people bringing in a whole bunch of contraband that they literally said, hey, don't bring this stuff in. You know? Like, so much stuff on the contraband list, and people were bringing them in. So obviously, staff was going to be a little bit slow while they're dealing with all of these infractions. Especially all the people who were bringing in, like, big old bags of merch and stuff that they were not supposed to be bringing in. So, I mean, I think they did a fine job. But I know I heard that they were laughing at us under their breaths during some of the songs because, we were all chanting along and stuff. Uh, like crazy stuff. Feared. We're talking like, you're talking about a bunch of weebs who just came from an anime convention. You know, they had full on tote bags full of merch. They had body pillows. They had like big old flags. Like so many people had like the American flag with very like I know someone had the American flag with Narissa on it. Stuff like that. Someone brought in like I think it was like 8 Kiara plushies. And so like obviously the staff are going to be, perplexed by a whole bunch of plushies. But, it only took like an extra hour or so to get everyone in and seated. And my goodness, the concert itself was so much fun. I I'll admit I'm not really a big fan of concerts. Well, sorry. Let me rephrase that. I've never understood the allure of concerts, right? That's just not something that's really ever made sense to me why someone would want to go out of their way to watch a concert. But sitting in there, like, I think I got through the first song, right? Of Myth singing their original group song Reunion. I think I got through that first song and just looked over at the guy next to me and was like, I get it now. Oh no, not the hicks. I'm hiccuping. Yeah, I was like, I completely understand now. I get why people like concerts. And I'm not talking just like, oh, I don't understand why people would go watch Hololive members in a concert or something, right? No, I'm saying like my sister went to go see Taylor Swift, right? And I never really understood, like, why would you pay to go sit in the nosebleed section, barely be able to hear them actually singing? Yeah, I don't really want sweets. And just sit there and, you know, not really get the best experience, right? But then sitting there, 30 some rows back from the stage, I just kind of sat there and was like, oh, I see. I understand. Because it was just that good. It was just that much fun. Sitting, oh, not sitting, because I sat there for the, lead up to it, but then the second the talents actually came on, I was standing the whole rest of the night. Everyone was standing the whole rest of the night. My legs were kind of tired by the end, not gonna lie, but during the songs, you couldn't sit down, otherwise you could not see the stage. So I'm standing there, with my pen light, just pumping along to the song, singing along to the chorus, having the time of my life. And I'm just like, I understand now. I get it completely. This is what people love about concerts. So then after that, the next song was Iris singing Carbonated Love, her original song. And oh my god, I freaked out. I'm not 100% certain, if you guys know how big a fan of Iris I am, but I'm a pretty decent, big fan of Iris. She's probably my third favorite behind Shiori and Mume. I love her streams. I love her music, especially. She's my favorite singer in Hololive. Just bar none. And Carbonated Love hits deep because I've always been a big fan of that style of music. You know, I love of course I'm blanking on the name right now. The driving anime. Uh like Deja Vu and Running in the 90s. You know, those Eurobeat songs. Was it loud? Yeah, it was definitely loud. You know, you got a crowd of 3,000 people all cheering at the top of their lungs. It in a pretty you know, not like crowded room, but decently small, and it was pretty loud. You've only watched one of her streams, you should fix that. She's a lot of fun. And if you do watch another of her streams, make sure you stick around after she ends. I'm not gonna say why, but there's a funny that happens after the credits roll. Let's just say it like that. See, I thought that too, Tyrus. I was super worried because I was like, I don't know if I'm actually going to enjoy this. But it was worth every single penny. That was some of the most fun I've ever had in my life. Like, 11 out of 10 will go again. Not would, will. You know, like singing along and cheering along alongside everyone else around me was such a fun time. And, you know, having Iris's original song be what effectively started us off was a really good idea. It helped boost the energy a lot. That's fair, Tyrus. That's very fair. Yeah, if you think you'd like be actually just straight up uncomfortable by it, obviously, you know, do whatever makes you happy. I just know that I loved it, and I did not think I was going to. Well, I didn't not think I was. I was just worried about what if I didn't. Let's get through these guys real quick. And then the next song after Iris's Carbonated Love was Fuamoko singing their original song Born to Be Bowdle, which was an insanely good way to get the energy pumped, right? Like that got us all excited. And I was so happy to be there during it. Just, you know, the Bow Bows are adorable. I believe after that was the first MC moment, which featured Fuamoko just kind of doing the MC thing and introducing the concert to everybody. They were cute as always. And of course, this is all covered by the free version on YouTube. So everything I've said up till now, you guys can go watch on YouTube yourselves to experience it. Um, they they were all really great performances. I highly recommend checking it out if you haven't yet. Then after that, uh, so after that we got into the paid sections, but the Hololive English Twitter account tweeted out like what the contents of each moment was, so I don't feel worried about sharing them. You know, as long as I don't talk about the actual content. So after that was Mume and Fauna singing what we believe to, or what I believe to be like a new original song. Oh, Aqua. Unfortunately, I'm not really playing a build that uses solo stamp. That stamp was a reference to Aqua's climb to her solo climb to Apex Masters. So very much a sore spot to have to delete that item right now, but it doesn't work with a build. So like at all, I think it would actually just be a wasted bit of space. Anyway, so Fauna and Mume were singing a new original song called It's Not a Phase. Very much inspired, of course, by their duo emo and goth outfits that they both got recently. It was a lot of fun. I'm not going to talk about like the song itself, but I can at least mention that they sang it. Just because, it hasn't actually been released outside of that concert yet. But just know that we're probably going to be getting a new Fauna and Mume original song. We're not gonna talk about that, Feared. We're not gonna. I'm not gonna out myself like that. But yes, I was freaking out. That part was absolutely amazing. No, I wanted the saw. I wanted the note. This is why we don't flick the controller, kids. It's fine. I'm blaming Fear for that one. Fear distracted me, so I grabbed the wrong item. It's all his fault. I don't even think Tears works with anything, so I think I actually did just lock myself out of any more collabs. Oops. It's fine. It's stage 2. It's not like I need super collab or really any more collabs. I more just like my builds to be accurate, I guess you could say. Actually, oh wait, no, yeah, we're gonna go the ninja headband. Yeah, more melee damage. But you see, Feared, it didn't end there because immediately followed up by Mume and Fauna's, you know, goth song came Shiori singing her solo song, uh, World Execute. And oh my god, I'm pretty sure I did actually die during that one. So, I don't know if any of you have ever tried to watch Shiori's singing streams, like any of her karaoke's or anything. She's not the most gifted at singing. Like, she's not bad, but she's also, she's no Iris, she's no Mume. Singing is not her strongest point. But She is a very hard worker and has been practicing at singing so much over this past year, and it paid off in spades during this concert. So her solo song was absolutely amazing, and it made me, it made me very happy to watch. And so we're not sure whether it's me or if it's Mizu or some of the other members from the Novelites who were there. But in the recording, you can very, very faintly hear someone yell out after Shiori's song, "I love you, Shiori." And I know I yelled that after her song, and Mizu yelled it after her song. So, one of us got heard. Very barely, but one of us got picked up by the by the audio. Is there really nothing going on over here? Oh, okay. I always get distracted by that part about how, like, for a solid, like, 20 seconds, there's just nothing from the other side. You know what? I don't really care, because, like, her main weapon is guaranteed to crit anyway. I just need a little bit more crit anyway. Um, and then after Shiori's song came Crony. I don't know really off the top of my head what song it was that Crony was singing, but it was very good. Uh, Crony's always been very good at singing, especially when she uses her low register. And my god, the moves that she was dancing with were very good as well. Come on, A-chan. Yeah, I just need to focus on not dying to this. Ow. I'm just eating all of these. Max, yeah. Come on. Surely I've got some healing around here somewhere. There we go. Cool. Yeah, so that's Suicide. Switched up Sumiko. Yeah, well, the rest of them had to at least try, you know? I believe after that was the Shiori and Crony MC segment, which was so freaking funny. So, according to Crony, they had a script, okay? And then when they actually got on stage, Shiori told Crony to forget the script, and they just kind of went off on whatever. It was so goofy. And I'm pretty sure Crony had nightmares that night. It was so great. That's true, that we did. Uh, then the next song made me die because the next song included some of their guests. Suisei and Muna walked out alongside Gura and Ina, and they sang Suisei's song Bibida. And oh my god, the entire audience freaked out. We were all singing the chorus together. It was amazing. It was probably 3,000 decibels in there. But oh my goodness, was it fun. Whatever, it's fun. No, she's melee. Let's see, she likes fire. I'm actually not sure what else I should get. So she wants. Alright, take care, Tires. We might see you later. If not, have a good night. Yeah, I think we're just gonna take her go away. Okay, there's Elite, yeah. But yeah, and then after that, was Kiara, Mume, and Narissa. So, we have Holocure at home, and they sang Beyond the Way, and my goodness, Narissa did not have to put so much effort into her hips and her chest sways. But she did, and the audience was eating it up. And then, after that, I'm pretty sure I heard Honey scream because Kiara came out and sang Pineapple. And oh my goodness, the audience was loud. Like, loud, loud. It was amazing. I loved it. It helps that Pineapple is just a really good song. It's so great. Yeah, elite. Yeah. Uh, yeah, sure. Let's get Gorilla Spa. Why not? Yeah. I mean, I know she was there, so whether it was actually her or not, I don't care. I'm going to pretend that it was. Because that's funnier. Yeah, let's just light everyone on fire. Yeah, let's go with the Researcher's Code for now, actually. Yeah. After that was Promise came out and sang their original song Our Promise, which is so good. I still have torn feelings because obviously I love Santa, and seeing them kind of move on is sad in a way, but it's also for the best, you know? Like it would not be good for them if they stayed fractured, you know? The ability to merge Iris into them, which kept her from being lonely and gave them an extra friend, that was definitely for the best, you know? And I'm so happy that they did it. And then after that, Fauna came out and sang "Stay with Me," and I'm pretty sure people chose a new religion. Like that, her singing that song was amazing. It was closest thing to peak I've ever seen. After that was Fuamoko, Ame, and Bibu came out and sang some sort of cutesy song. I'm not actually sure what the title was. Uh, but it was very adorable, and obviously they were all adorable as always. And then and then Crony, Kobo, and Korone came out and sang Kobo's original song "Help," and everyone in the audience screamed out "Help" every time the uh the that's that word came up. Sorry, got a message. And I'm pretty sure. Sure, I'll take the lifesteal. And I'm pretty confident that the staff were wondering what was happening when they started hearing a whole bunch of nerds inside just start screaming, "Help!" But I'm sure after a couple of moments they realized it was a part of the song, you know? That one for now. Just go grab up all of these things real quick. I see another box. Beautiful. Trumpet. I love that the trumpet has a second toot during her second swing. It's perfect. I love the trumpet. It is my favorite sticker. It's so dumb and so goofy. But the next song was the one that really made the concert for me. Because then Gura came out and sang World Is Mine, which World Is Mine is a Vocaloid song from 2008. Okay? Just, just in case you may possibly have never heard it. And it is the song that got me into all of this, right? Like, that is the song that brought me from just kind of watching anime and not really engaging in any other Japanese culture stuff into then looking into Vocaloid and eventually Hatsune Miku. Which, of course, then eventually led me down the path of finding out about VTubers. Which, topically, Gura was my first VTuber. I had seen some clips and stuff before, but Gura was the one where, when I watched a clip of her singing the Konosuba ending theme, I went, wow, that was really good. I want to watch more of her. So we got, my first VTuber singing my first Vocaloid song. And it's just kind of all came full circle, Like, wow, this is what the last decade of my life has been building up towards, huh? And oh my god, she sang that song amazingly. It made me cry. Oh no. Yeah, let's get 2 lava buckets out, yeah. Oh, I should have grabbed the axe while it was there. Oh well. It's fine. I was gonna use it to replace the trumpet, but I like the trumpet too much. It's just too funny. Even if other Samson might be objectively better. But yeah, so I'll admit, Gura singing "World Is Mine" got me. That one made me cry. And then Chadcast came out, so Callie, Iris, and Bay, and then they had Bibu tag along to sing "Blue Clapper," which is just such a fun song. Like clap your hands, right? Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with plug type. Because I'm looking for a dragon fire. Yeah. Gotta grab up those fire type weapons. And so that was the last like real song that they had for the night. Um because immediately following that was the two group songs where they sang Breaking Dimensions the actual song of this concert. And then after that, we were all calling out for an encore. It's really funny because people started by just saying encore, encore, but then some people were adding in the extra syllable and going encore, 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 which I know I've heard some of the talents say, so I don't know if that's like a thing. But then I tried to get everyone to say en core, en core, en core, because that's what Iris always says. That's her go-to. Yeah, sure. Yeah, lava bucket there. Yeah. But yeah, so they sang Breaking Dimensions and then Connect the World. Both of which are absolutely beautiful songs, and I'm so glad that they sang them. So, and then the concert was over, and we all kind of, walked outside and went our separate ways. Mizu and I just went back to the hotel and ordered pizza because during one of the MC sections, it had Suisei and Iris talking, and they were talking about like all the food that they had gotten in New York, and it was Suisei's first time in New York, so obviously she wanted to get pizza. And her saying that she loved pizza just kind of got both Mizu and I in the mood for pizza. We met back up after the concert and we just looked at each other and we're like, yeah, we're getting pizza after this. Just gonna go that one. So, a very funny thing that happened during all of it, though, is in between each song, like during the transition. Yeah, the pizza that we got, feared, was like super burnt. Like it kind of sucked. So yeah, the New Yorkers can say that their pizza's the best all they want, but I just don't know if I believe that. I did not have the legendary experience that I was promised. But yeah, so a very funny thing that was happening in between each talent is the entire audience would just sit there and like pump their arms up like against their chest and stuff and just go like ooh 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 ooh. Like at first I thought they were like doing like a gorilla sound, but it was just them going like ooh 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 ooh, pumping up for the next talent, I guess. Um, and I actually saw a clip earlier today of Suisei talking about how like when she was in the back, she was like watching the like before and after she went on stage, and she was watching the monitor to see like the audience and whoever was on stage at the moment, and in between acts, she heard that she heard our chanting. But she thought at first that it was just the wind. She was like, wow, you can hear the wind from inside the building like that? That's crazy. And then afterwards, her friend, who was also watching, or not her friend, sorry, her sister. Her sister was, I guess, like maybe in the audience or something. And she's like, no, that was everyone who was chanting. I still have no idea what it was. I've never heard of that being a thing before, but we all did it. Like it was, like an evolutionary imperative. I mean, I'm not going to argue against it. It was fun. I don't know, Feared. I can't say I've had Chicago. Uh, this is not my first time having New York pizza, and honestly, every time it is kind of mid. Like, I hate to admit it, but it's kind of mid just about every time. Yeah, we're just gonna keep going with this, yeah. There's the axe. Okay, cool. Uh, yeah, so then we walked outside and Mizu and I were just kind of like meeting up with some other friends, and then waiting on our Uber to take us back to the hotel. Because Mizu had been on his legs all day long. He walked like 25,000 steps that day. He was tired. He did not want to stand on the late night trains, especially because, it was 10 p.m. at that point or so. It was dark out. He didn't really want to risk it, so we just got an Uber back, and just kind of drove back to the hotel. Yeah, I think we're just gonna relax. Yeah. Yeah, I think we'll just get up this one. Come on. There we go. Sakura beat the big Sakura. Yeah, I think that's probably what it is. The New Yorkers have just gotten too confident in their pizza, and they don't put the effort into it anymore to make it the best. Which is just kind of what happens. That is not a unique problem to New York pizza places. It's just food. It's fine. Yeah. While we were hanging out waiting for the Uber to pull up, though, some guy had a Hachima wrap on his car right outside, and he was holding a Hachima body pillow, like the cover, out the window, just like waving it around like a flag. It was absolutely hilarious. The KFP were across the street, like holding up their Kiara flag and like chanting, waving around their pen lights, just going like KFP, KFP, KFP. It was absolutely ridiculous, especially for 10 p.m. Of course, I took a picture of the Hachima car wrap. I'll send it to you after I'm done here. Just remind me. You know what? I think I want for this. Yeah. I hear that that one actually does really well. Yeah, sure, we'll go with Idle Song. Because that one goes with the rap. That goes with potato. Flour. Fine. We'll swap them. Yeah, it's a rat dog there. Yeah, okay. Greed. I don't need greed. Oh, that's max. But yeah, then we just kind of got back to the hotel and ate our pizza and chatted for a little while. And then Sunday I had to leave, so like that's my train was at like 11 a.m. on Sunday. So I really only had enough time to like wake up, go grab food, and then pack up and leave. But I know like Mizu went back to NYC and he got to see the Face Connect concert, and then he also had day two. But I then went and bought tickets for the Spawn version of both day two and the Face Connect concert, so I got to watch both of them when I got home. Uh, it's actually really funny because as I was on my way home, like after my train got back and my mom picked me up, we were in the car when the free version of day two's concert started. Yeah, there was a Face Connect concert at NYC. Uh, it featured Utica, Pippa, Tenma, Leah, with a guest appearance by Made Mint, which, Made Mint is one of my Kamiyoshis, so I had to buy that ticket. I had to. It was tearing me up inside that I couldn't be there in person for it. But I got to watch the VOD for it, so that's nice. Yeah, let's just kill up all of these guys. Why did I even take GWS pill? She doesn't rely on crit like at all. Oh well, that's fine. Shh. Miko of all people has to get well soon anyway. So, yeah. Anyway, yeah, so we were in the car when the free version of day two started. So I put my headphones in and I'm watching. And then my mom, who had been asking me questions and just trying to figure out, you know, what exactly it was that I had been up to over the weekend, asked for one of the headphones. So she put it in and listened while the free version of day two was happening. So, like, she got to sit there and listen to Advent's live rendition of Rebellion, which, oh my god, that was amazing. Rebellion is such a good song on stage. Like, they absolutely killed it. And I had such a good time. And it was very funny, having my mom like learn about, just kind of having her listen to Rebellion. She didn't really have many thoughts on whether it was a good song or not, but at the very least, I think she kind of started to understand why I like it, I guess. Maybe. Hopefully. And then after that came Bei's solo song where she sang Gekuren from her album, which was extremely good. She killed that one. And then after that, Ame sang Mogu Mogu Yummy. And by that point, my sister had taken the headphones, so she was listening in too. And it was a very interesting tonal shift. Because, she picked it up midway through Gekuren and then swapped to Mogu Mogu. And she was like, what am I listening to right now? And I was like, someone being cute. No, I don't think I did that. You don't really need protective, like defensive items on stage two. Honestly, if you know what you're doing, you do not need to really get defensive items on these earlier difficulties. There's potato. Awesome. There we go. I can't wait for Coco to be in the game. Coco in Canada. Anyway, and then Bibu and Ina had their solo songs, which were both really good. Ina had some high notes, and she hit them perfectly. And then Fuwawa, Mokoko, Kobo, and Korone came out to sing Dog Eat God Street. So I guess now we've got both Holo Tori and a Holo Doggy. Holo Inu, if you will. Uh, yeah, I think we're just gonna do this. Yeah. It was so good though. Like the four of them were just absolutely amazing together. And then came the fan service for some of the older fans. Because the next duo up after that was Takamori. So Kiara and Callie came up. And they sang Fire and Ice together. And oh my god, it was fantastic. And then after that, I kept winning because the next song was Ina, Karoni, and Shiori. And oh my god, Shiori killed that one. Like, I don't know what she's been doing, but her singing capabilities have gone through the absolute roof. She killed that song. Her hard work pays off greatly. But then after that came another part that made me cry. Because Mume sang A New Start for the first time, like during a 3D event, and it was so good. which, if you know me, you know that A New Start is basically my favorite song. Like, it is the song that means the most to me. So, getting to finally see the 3D version of, like, the 3D live concert version of it was so good. It made me so happy. Uh, then came Fuwamoko's second song because, since there's two of them, both of them got quote unquote a solo song, but it was still both of them performing together, which I think is cute. That there's still two people, just one account. So they sang Shinkuro, which, God, they do that song well. Granted, the Bao Baos do any song that they sing well, but that one especially was fantastic. They were definitely born to be idols. And I'm so happy that Hololive gave them this chance. Then after that came Narissa's solo, where she sang Sweetest Scarlet from her new EP. So good. That song, mint. Her performance of it, cranked it up to 11. I remember seeing screenshots of the Justice watch along, where you could tell that Elizabeth Rose Bloodflame was going into a gay panic over that song. She was having a moment. Risa wasn't done yet though, because then she came back out with Shiori and Fauna for Lonely and Gorgeous, and the three of them are a dangerous combo for me. Their singing was fantastic. After that, Muna and Suisei came back out, but this time with Iris and Bay, and they sang High Tide. And I was like jumping up and down in my living room because by this point I was home and I'd put it up on my big TV. And it was so good. Uh, and then after that, Callie came out and did Go Getters, her song that is the opening theme for the Suicide Squad Isekai, which I'm gonna be completely honest. Like, I like Callie's music, I just don't necessarily like her more poppy stuff. I prefer her songs like Curse and Night or like Ouroboros or Red. When she starts getting poppy, it kind of starts to lose me. It's not something that I enjoy quite as much anymore. Let's go with Hollow Bob, I think. So, I mean, I enjoyed it, but it was not my favorite Callie song. But I know the people who do love that song, or especially just love Callie music in general, were having a great time. They were living. And then after that, another one that made my heart jump. Gura and Ame, Ame Same, came out and sang Idol by Yoasobi. another song that is probably one of my like top three favorite songs. It made me want to drop dead. It was so good. I was in love with that. The two of them together just made me freak out. And then after that, came the last two group songs. You know, they did Breaking Dimensions again. And then they did Our Bright Parade, the English version. And that song finally being in English and getting to see, 15 members of Hollow EN up there singing it was so good. It made me so emotional. Alright, so now that I'm done talking about the songs, now I can talk about my actual favorite moment of the night. Hydrate, by the way. So, during that night, Shiori and Narissa were the MCs for one of the moments, okay? And while they were sitting there being MCs, they were, doing a little bit of a goofy, just kind of bickering, carrying on as the two of them do. And then Shiori pulled a prank on Narissa. Told her to, stand with her back to the audience. And then Shiori kissed her, allegedly on the lips, if Narissa's ravings during her stream afterwards are to be believed. So, yeah, the two of them just straight up kissed on stage in front of thousands. And you could hear the entire audience melt. Ooh, I do like this one. It's fine. Like, the entire audience just freaked out. Cheers galore. It was hilarious. So, I believe it's probably Shiori's long laid plan. Because Reese has always flirted with her, always, like, kissed her hand and stuff, and been like, oh, you should kiss me back. And Shiori's always been kind of like, oh, maybe I will someday. Clearly, someday has arrived. Do I even need to, like, get closer? I don't think I do. I think I just kind of make sure I keep the fire on her. Yep, there we go. But yeah, so they had a fun evening. Uh, but yeah, so that was the concert anyway, both nights. I'd say besides that though, the highlight of my week was definitely the park meetup. Getting to walk around and like meet up with a bunch of other people who I didn't know any of them, but some of them like recognized the shirt I was wearing, and I got to make some new friends ish through that. Like that was a lot of fun. Exactly. It was just me paving the way for when the Dynamite meetup happens. It'll happen one of these days. Oh no. Hi, Aqua. I miss you. Hi, Zeta. I love Zeta. Matsuri, Muna, Seer. What's another one I need to plant now? Are we back down to wheat? Yeah, it looks like it's wheat that we need a lot of now. Hi, Fauna. Thank you, Fauna. Anyway, yes. So, if you're interested, Feared, the Phase Connect concert was hilarious. We got Tenma rapping. It was very, very, as you would expect, I think. You know, Tenma's quite the interesting person. It's Hachima time. Oh, no, I already did Hachima on this one. Okay. Mel time? Mel time. Yeah. So she's the one where she's supposed to basically just be able to, like, not die, right? Okay. Right, yeah, she literally just eats. Yeah, she just walks through and just eats things. Yeah. Exactly. Perfect idol as long as she doesn't talk. She talked a lot, and so did Pippa. It was so funny because you could tell that Uriko was trying to keep them under control. It did not work. And then Leah came out on stage and had an actual performance. And it's so funny because she tweeted out that afterwards, Fishman walked up to her and was like, "Listen, thanks to you, my idol dream is not dead." He's like, "You keep my idol dream alive." Oh yes, we do like your bats from the lifesteal. I don't actually know what collabs go well with her. I guess maybe we go with Chingusukan. Yeah, I think we just go with Chingusukan. Yeah. Okay. Oh Mel, how I miss you. My sister walked in. Yeah, let's go with that one, yeah. Get all the bats. I think bats are affected by beetle. I think. Let me see if I can see if it does. Okay, yeah. Yeah, let's just go with the crow's paw. Where was I? What was I saying? Oh, yeah. Fisherman was saying how Leah is keeping his idol dream alive. But then they had Mint on as a guest, and she did like actual like proper idol songs and stuff, and oh my goodness, it was so much fun. I loved watching that concert. I wish I could have been there in person. I don't know if anything's really that good on her. So we'll go with that, yeah. There we go. There's the Uber Sheep. Uber Sheep is like an integral part of her kit, basically. Oh yeah? How did he discover Skiddo? I assume he's saying it in Skiddo chord. I'll check it out later. Yeah, there we go. There's the bat hordes. Ah, yes, the Dino Nuggets and Chalky Milk short. A classic. Oh, I did not mean to pop roll quite so soon. It's fine. Oh, okay. You know what? Yeah, let's go with Peaky Peaky P, man. Yeah, let's just try and build her like full HP, I guess. Yeah. I wish I had more pictures from the weekend to show you guys, but most of the pictures I took were mostly had me in them because I was getting pictures of like, you know, like taking pictures with cosplayers and stuff. You know, had a lot of fun because there were a lot of really great cosplayers. Hmm. I think we're just gonna go with the credit card actually. Yeah. She is, I believe, melee, so no. My goodness, can I please get anything I need for her build? If I can get sake on her, actually. Sake could work, yeah. So, like I said, a big part of why I'm so in the mood to play this game right now is because they've been teasing the next round of update, or the next update for it, which the developer just said today that they are shooting for about October. Like, unless something major happens that stops production, like in its tracks, basically, they're fairly confident that they'll be able to get out this update mid October. So I am super excited. Because, October's not too far away at this point. Uh, so far they've teased Gen 3 and they just started teasing Gen 4, so that's gonna be Noelle, Pekora, Marine, and Flare. Unfortunately, no Rushia, but obviously there's a lot of controversy related to her, so it makes complete and utter sense, I think, that they would not include her, even if it is sad. And then just today, just a couple of hours ago, they announced Coco, the big old dragon. So it's confirmed that she's going to be in the game. And that also means, of course, that the other characters being added are going to be Gen 4. So that'll be Kanada, Watame, uh, Beetle. Okay. Yeah, exactly. But yeah, it'll be Kanada, Watame, Toa, and come on, who's the other one? It's one I'm always shocked when I think that they're from Gen 4, because I feel like they're from a different generation. Coco, Watame, Toa. Guess I'm looking it up because this is annoying. Da, 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 da. Luna, that's who it was. It's gonna be Kanata, Watame, Toa, Luna, and Coco. I I always think that Luna's like Gen 2 or something. I don't know why. Like, it just feels like she's been in a lot longer than that. Yeah, Himamori Luna. She's the one with like pink hair, one purple eye, one like bluish green eye. And fun fact, she rides a Harley. I think she's the one who was also a licensed electrician, or was that Matsuri? I know one of them is a licensed electrician, and that blew me away when I found out about it. Because I'm like, really? This anime girl is a licensed electrician? But I know for a fact that Luna has a motorcycle license and drives a Harley. And it's so funny. Because when she's streaming, she's babbling like she's a baby. Let's go with that, yeah. Oh, RGB stamp. Time for the trippy. Sake, let's go. Yet another timer that I now have to keep track of. Yay. But yeah, so that's all the people who are, you know, for certain coming into the game. And then there's a couple of other things, like a couple of mini games stuff that have been teased. So I'm excited. KU's promised that there's going to be a lot of content in this next update. So I'm really excited to see what all he's got planned for us. I mean, you can always try. Just make sure you put your game on minimum settings and you should be fine. I know having damage numbers on can really add to slowdown. So might be best to avoid having damage numbers on. Unfortunately, there was going to be a dungeon crawler mode added, but KU announced today that that's actually getting pushed back to point 0.8 just because he thinks that there's too much stuff in this update and he doesn't want the dungeon crawler to get overshadowed by everything else that he's adding into this update. So, we'll have to wait a little while longer for the dungeon crawler. But it is on its way. It is coming. And I'm super excited for it. Ah, that's fair. The laptop just doesn't like you waking up, huh? I completely understand that. I empathize completely. Uh, is there anything that I want to pick up specifically right now? I guess we can go with plug type. Yeah. Well, you know what? No, I don't even like that one on her. Because I'm trying to stick to mainly made a weapon. So, while I was at AT, I did a lot of anime watching because I had, a decent amount of free time, but specifically had no Wi-Fi. So I downloaded a bunch of anime before I left. I was watching it while I was there. Got through a lot of the anime that was on my backlog. Specifically, Freerun was the one that I was most excited to watch, and oh my goodness, did it live up to my expectations and more. That anime was absolutely gorgeous. I can't wait for more. I want season 2 to get here now. Oh no, that is already max. Okay. Yeah, sure. Let's just go with this. Why not? Yeah, sure. Why not? And a triple. So another thing that I'm really excited for, uh, they recently announced Civ 7, and then while I was gone, they did a gameplay trailer, like preview for it. And oh my goodness, I'm so excited. I'm a massive Civ fan, so I'm really looking forward to this. It looks like it's going to be a really good entry into the franchise. I know I've seen a lot of people have issues with it, but I think it's going to be fine. You know, I think anyone who's fans of the Civ genre, like Civ franchise, just as a franchise rather than loyalty to any specific Civ game, are going to love it all the same. I could have gone with haste there. It's fine. Honestly, yeah. I like the trumpet and the color stamp too much to replace them right now. Like I said, right? This is stage 2. It is not like it's dangerous. I do not worry for my life on this stage. Not like I do on some of the hard stages. Oh, also, in case you can tell, I'm speaking a little bit deeper than I normally do, and I'm probably a little less energetic than I would otherwise be. It'd be because while I was there, I screamed a lot during the concert, and I lost my voice. Like my voice was very bad for the first couple of days I was back. It's mostly healed now. Oh, Aqua again. Like I'm fine. I can speak again, but I've still found myself, kind of speaking with a bit deeper tone because that's just what was easier for me to talk to while I was hurt. Yeah, at least I didn't get sick. Just like Skiddo got sick, Mume got sick, Leah got sick. Like, so many people that I watch got sick this past weekend. So I'm very fortunate that I managed to dodge out on that. You know what? Yeah, sure. Let's go with whammy water, actually. By greed. I only use greed on certain characters. And Mel is definitely not one of them. I really want to go for that one. Yeah, I guess we'll go with glow stick. Yeah. Wow, we're just chomping down on this guy and he's just not dying. There we go. Flower. Sell it off. Granted, I was kind of protected from getting sick because I just had COVID like 2 weeks prior. Yeah, let's just go with haste up, honestly. Yeah. So while I wasn't completely safe from it, I was definitely protected a little bit you know, just by sake of, oh, hey, I just had this. my immune system is already prepped and ready for it. You know, my immune system's on the lookout. There we go. I was like, why is she not healing? Now it's time for HN. Oh, huh? Well, I got cocky. Oops. Oh no. They're doing a basketball board too? Well, guess I gotta participate in that. Okay. Alright. Well, that sucks. So I've not finished Mel on stage 2 yet. I got cocky at the end. Womp womp. Alright. Let's hit up the Hollow House one last time, and then I think I'm gonna call it for the night. It's been like 2 hours. I like how I'm using the enhanced soil that's supposed to give me, like, way more yields, and I was still getting, like, 2, 3 wheat on those. Yeah, let's go with potatoes. And I think the other one was pepper. Yeah, pepper. Hey, Okayu. Hey, Mel. Sorry I didn't succeed with you there. That's my bad. That's my B. Zeta. I love Zeta. Zeta's my favorite in ID. She's just so much fun. Such a goofball. Oh, speaking of one of my favorites, Iofi. I also love Iofi. Thank you, Okayo. Alright. So this is your friendly reminder then that right now they have a Google application thing that you can sign to get your name attributed to one of these fans down here. So like if you want to apply, you can be one of these fans that we keep locked up in the fence. Thank you, Mio Mama. It's the tacos. They're looking at the forbidden images. Thank you, Mio. Alright. Anyway. I think I'm going to call it here for the night. Because, it's been, 2 hours and like 17 minutes since I started streaming, so it's pretty decent stream. We got a decent amount of work done on that game. So, yeah. I'm not sure when I'll stream next. This weekend has been mostly just me trying to readjust to being home. And then this weekend I have D&D. So I'll probably not stream again until next week. So, thank you for anyone who turned out. It was a lot of fun. Thanks for listening to me recount my adventures. And watch me play Holocure for a bit, because this game is, what I'm brainwormed with right now. I've got a couple of other games that I want to start playing here in the next little while, though. Especially because in about a week or so, Space Marine 2 comes out, and I'm going to be all over that game. Oh boy. Alright. Have a good night, everyone. Make sure you all go stretch, drink some water, eat some healthy food, get a good night rest, get some exercise in. Maybe even go, read a book or study a language or something. Get your brain engaged, too. Alright, I've been the Watcher. You've all been my lovely audience. And I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.